Oh yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I know, I lied. I said I wasn't going to buy any more guitars, but let me explain. I got the Trini, I made some deals. It worked to my benefit, but at the same time, I was like, man, I got to get rid of some stuff. What ended up unfolding is a series of events that I really couldn't say no to. First of all, I had a Sonic Blue 63 Strat that I didn't really talk about much because I didn't know what I was going to do with it, because at the time, I had a couple of rosewood board Strats already and I didn't really know what the heck to do with it. I always just go back to my slab board 59 Strat, really into that. And I just always gravitate towards that one because I feel at home with that one. So I decided to sell that Sonic Blue, and selling that Sonic Blue, it went to a great home, a good friend. It allowed me to kind of mess with my options there, like really bring in some other guitars into this scenario. I love old guitars. I want to make something clear in this video. I do not condemn new guitars. I love new guitars. I think new guitars are great. Some of the stuff they're doing, Gibson, Fender, Paul Reed Smith, some of the guitars, and all these boutique builders especially, they're building amazing guitars, and I'm not knocking that at all. I just like, from a collector standpoint, from an archaeology standpoint, from a research standpoint, I love getting an old guitar and tearing it apart and deciphering what's going on with it. So I wouldn't consider myself a collector, maybe a hobbyist. It's something I'm really into. So, that's the best explanation I can give you. I'm not biased to playing a new guitar. I do play them often when I stop at a guitar shop, and they feel great. So I'm not knocking that at all. Being able to move stuff around, it allowed me to find a couple of things that were somewhat in the wheelhouse, but a little different. A couple of vintage Fender pieces that are really cool, and I can see myself having a lot of fun with them. And they were affordable. That's the one thing I want to push, is I didn't make a deal in, put all my eggs in one basket and just dump my money back out. I was able to make a great deal on both of these guitars, and they're two project guitars. So there's going to be loads of videos featuring these guitars, getting them back into where I want them to be. But I figured these two projects would buy me a lot of content to deliver. It would provide all of us together, myself included, and you guys in the channel, the ability to go inside and check these out and, see the intricate parts, see how, some dates, see how it all works. And, I just want to provide you guys with cool content. I want to provide you guys with some fun stuff. I'm a big fan of old guitars, and that's pretty much, at the end of the day, I want to keep myself happy doing this. I work hard, as we all do, and this is how I like to treat myself. So I'm going to dig into these, and you guys can check them out. This first one is really, really cool, so let's get it going. Yeah, so like I was saying, when I first spotted this guitar was initially listed for almost double of what I ended up paying for it. And I always kept my eye on it. I just, I'd ask enough questions, and there was a time there where the seller got a little annoyed with me, I guess, because I was kind of asking maybe some of the right questions. Like, is there a return policy? Can we provide a body date? Can we provide a neck date? He didn't want to take the guitar apart. So, that's understandable too. If a guitar is set up and playing great, you don't want to do anything to ruin it for the potential sale you're going to have. So I just stayed on it, and then I would get the notification that the price went down 20%, and then it went down another 10%. And I basically kind of, forgot about it because I figured it wasn't going to happen. Maybe I had irked him, or I'd asked him too many questions. I never threw a number figure out. I just let the listing kind of, evolve on its own, and the price came down, and I would notice him, then the price would go up, and then the price would come down. I had a lock on a guitar in California, and for some reason that kind of fell through. And the minute that fell through, I guess because I didn't care, or I didn't, I was already over the whole thing, I just messaged the seller. I said, look, I was about to spend this amount on a guitar. That deal fell through. Would you take it? The guy was very, very kind. He said, yeah, you've been after this one for a while. He said, you know what? I'm in the business to make money. Let's do it. Before you know it, I had a UPS tracking number. Looking forward to opening this thing up because it's really, really cool. It fits the same wheelhouse that I'm into, but it's a little different, and I want to check it out right now. Okay, we got a brown Tolex case. Let's pop it open, check it out. Really cool. This is cool. It's a 1960 Fender Jazzmaster. Your slab board, fingerboard. Probably 90% original. There are some small things noted by the seller. The knobs are obviously changed. The mastery bridge was installed, but I believe he said, yeah. So we have the original bridge in the case. We also have a cool original Strat. Check that out. I don't know if the camera will catch that. It says Fender right there. Really, really wild. So, you know, being a Fender nerd, I was always, you know, destined. I want to have one of each. Now, you can't really do that because, you know, it's just not practical. But recently, my buddy JD Simo has been on the road with the Jazzmaster. And I went to see him a couple weeks ago, and he let me play it. And it's tuned B to B. And he's just playing some really swampy type blues with it, and it's the tones coming out of it were just incredible. So, you know, maybe that did assist in my quest of getting this guitar, but I'm really, really glad I got it because it's something different. It's still a slab board neck. It's still 25.5 scale like a Stratocaster would be. Same scale as a Telecaster or Stratocaster. Jaguars would be a little smaller. But yeah, for the most part, this guitar is, you know, mostly original. Obviously, the refin is if you guys can notice, it's 420 friendly, but that's okay. You know, I think I'll probably leave that on there because it's got some cool hippie vibe to it. I really, really like that. But I think in a future video, what I'm going to do with this guitar is maybe go through it, find out what's changed, find out what's original. We'll make a little checklist. And maybe we can score ourselves some parts off of eBay or Reverb when they do pop up and just slowly put this guitar back to 100% working. 100% original component guitar. But so there's guitar number one for some different sounds, something I can knock around with. I'll still be comfortable on it because it has that 1960 neck shape, you know, but it's a little different than a Strat. Kind of, these pickups are really unique, you know, Jazzmaster pickups are kind of like their Fender's version of a P90 in a way. Just really, really cool. Good stuff. I can't wait to open this one up and see what's original and what's not. I can already tell, you know, it looks like the tuners have been upgraded to like a relic set. Still the Kluson style. But as far as the switch and tip original, the pickup covers have been changed. I can tell you that right off the bat. We know the master bridge has been swapped out, but we have the original. Maybe we can repair that. Even the jack thread looks original. I can't really get a look at the pots, the tailpiece, the bridge. So yeah, we got some great components here. You know, the thumb wheels are original, so that's great. So there's guitar number one, man. 1960 Fender Jazzmaster. Did you really need another guitar? You know, and I fight with those same battles myself, but at the end of the day, it's something I like to do. I like hunting them out. I like getting the experience of getting a new guitar and kind of wrap your head around how everything is, how everything works. It's just something I have a lot of fun with. So, I mean, as long as the wallet allows, I'm going to keep doing that because I really, really love these things. And I'm not biased, like I said. I mean, I like Gibsons, I like Fenders, I like new guitars, I like old guitars. But as for right now, I really enjoy the history with the old guitars, you know. It's something I just like to do, man, you know. Like I said, we all work hard, we want to reward ourselves, and this is how I do it. So I can tell you right off the bat, this one has quite the story. I have to thank a couple of friends for helping me out in getting this one. Person who brokered the deal for the original seller. These people were not guitar players that had this guitar. I thank them as well. You know, so many pictures. It was almost like I knew the guitar before I even saw it. Check this out, guys. Tweed case. So on a tweed case, you know, what you're expecting for your normal size tweed case, a Telecaster or a Stratocaster. I'm just really excited about this guitar because I've been looking for a busy project, and we're just gonna get right into it. Yeah, man, it's got it. The 57 Fender Strat. V-neck, like my Esquire, same feeling. From pictures, I know that the pots, the pickups, the switch, the plastics are all original. The guitar is all original components. It just had a horrible refin and was shellacked. So there is some thick layers of clear on here. And this is where the project comes in. You know, on a guitar like this, it's more manual labor than it is buying anything. I don't need to buy anything for this guitar. I need to, you know, clean up some solder joints, clean some components, you know, deox it, wipe off some of the nickel components and get them lubricated again. I'm gonna go into more detail with this guitar when I do the disassembly, and I wanna do this right. You know, I'm gonna get a notebook out and I'm gonna write down what needs to be done and kind of make a checklist for this guitar. But this guitar is super lightweight, by the way. You know, that's everything on there. All the components are on here. This guitar is extremely lightweight. The sunburst, I don't know what somebody was thinking there. Jimmy Vaughn had a 58 Strat that kind of had this kind of burst, but his was the real deal. You can see the body date there, which is really cool. It's a 657. The neck has just got a great V starting right about the 9th fret, just full, nice, comfortable V. I'm gonna have to refret this neck, obviously, which is fine. The original bone nuts there, original decal, it's been shellacked over, so I'm gonna have to avoid that area. But I mean, this is I got this guitar at quite a deal. I'm not trying to rub it in, or, you know, I just hustled and I worked hard and I was respectful with the seller. But as far as collectability and as far as what I'm looking for, neck. I had a late 58, early 59 recently. I told myself I'd never get rid of it, but the neck shape just didn't do it for me. Traveled to Los Angeles, traveled to Dallas, traveled to Nashville. I picked up just about every maple neck Strat I could, and the ones that played easy and felt right to me were the worn V-neck profile maple neck Strats. Much like now, this is my 57 Esquire, and this neck is a little more fatter, but it has the same profile. And I love playing this guitar. It's comfortable. I always struggled with maple neck guitars, but this guitar is just really, really comfortable. And I can tell by the wear on this one and my hand not getting hung up and stuck anywhere that this guitar is going to give me an ease of playability. You put a little taller fret in here, I'll probably go with a 6105 stainless. You know, and like I said, this is nowhere near going to be playing anytime soon. I'm going to do a full restore. I'm going to check and see if the original finish is underneath. You know what I mean? Probably is not. I will probably have to do a refin on this, but I don't care because I'm more worried about the playability. And we have 3 black bobbin pickups. We have 3 stack pole pots. We have the original capacitor. We have a 3-way switch. We have an ashtray cover, which is wild. We have all of our patent pending saddles. The original tremolo block is there with the short hole for the string ball to sit in. Original neck plate, neck and body is original. Tuners are original. This guitar will provide me with content. It will give me a project to keep myself busy. And it's just going to give me more data. It's going to, my ability to take on a task saying, you know, I've already refretted necks in the past, so I'm not really worried about that. But, you know, I've cleaned pots, maybe stripping the finish properly, saving the finish inside the cavities, seeing what's there. In an upcoming video, we're going to take this entire guitar apart and check it out. You know what I mean? I'll be able to determine what steps I'm going to take to refinish this. But man, I'm just super lightweight guitar. It's really, really light. The only thing that's not on this guitar is strings. It is light, man, I'll tell you. Do I think it's ash? Ooh, it might be. This might be an ash body, and I'll show you why in the next video. There's certain lines, there's certain indications with ash. Kind of looks like a tiger claw, you know. But man, I am excited about these two. These are really, really cool. I mean, they do cost money, but I had to sell some stuff to get some stuff. I'm into the projects, and I'm into repairing these old guitars and getting these old guitars back to where they want to be. So, you know, it was probably the best move for me to take that Sonic Blue Strat and move it on to a better home. Somebody who's really appreciated it and who's worked hard for an old Strat, great friend. So these two, this Jazzmaster and this 57 Strat, will allow me, in my mind, a whole mess load more joy than the, you know, that Sonic Blue Strat would, because I do have my go-to Strat. I know what I want to hear and I know what I want to sound like, and this thing is just going to be a lot of fun to take on and get all this shellac finish off, get everything 100% again. I'm really, really excited to this project. I'm really excited to get this thing going. This is going to be a lot of fun. Also, upcoming, we're going to do a Trini Lopez video where we, you know, blacklight the Trini Lopez and check the pickups out, check the body routes, just look for some archaeology in there and see what we can find, see what we can learn. Maybe this channel is drifting towards that. Maybe we're drifting towards, you know, guitar archaeology and research. I still love to play guitar. Obviously, I'm playing all the time. If you check the Instagram, you check the socials. But this is the stuff that really, really inspires me. I mean, I can never get sick of this. Restoring and repairing stuff and making something work. I mean, that's a lot of fun to me. And this is a lot of fun to me. And I'm excited about this one. I just can't get over it. It's in my hands. For the money you pay for a Masterbuilt, you can find yourself, you know, a refin Pre-Cbs Strat, 65, 64. I just saw a 65 Strat go up, all original, untouched, for $13,000. I mean, they're not out of grasp. They're not out of the price range. Friend of ours, HR, he watched the video I did a few weeks back about finding affordable guitars on Reverb, affordable Strats, and he actually did purchase one of the Strats I talk about, the 64 Fiesta Red Strat in the video. He purchased it, fell in love. It's his lifer guitar. So yeah, guys, I mean, you know, there you go. The proof is in the pudding. With a little elbow grease and a little hard work and a little, you know, leg work and detail, you can get yourself whatever you want. The sky's the limit. I mean, I can't afford a 59 Flying V or a 59 Les Paul, and that's fine because that's not really my thing. I mean, a Trini Lopez is more inspiring to me, or a cool 345 is really more inspiring to me. But I'm just so happy with what I have. I can't say after getting this 57, and I know it's going to be my guitar because I'm going to have to put work into it, you know, and I can't say I really want anything else. I have all the bases covered. I have all the sounds I want, and I know this guitar is going to speak to me. It's just it's a weird bunch of circumstances around it. The day I purchased this guitar was a really tough day, and I just know this guitar is going to be important. Much like the Jazzmaster, I think I'm going to get a lot of funkiness on that Jazzmaster. I'm just really, really excited to get this project going. So like I said, look forward to the Trini Lopez video where we dissect the guitar, we check it out, we find any clues, we look for, just to verify the finish. We're going to look at the pickups, try to see the pots and the capacitor in there. We'll blacklight the guitar as well to see if there's any breaks. I already did that previously before I purchased this, so I know there isn't, but it'd be good to share it with you guys. On the Jazzmaster, we're going to open up this 1960 Jazzmaster. We're going to go through it. We're going to see what it needs, if it needs anything. We are going to try to find some period correct stuff if it does need something. And yeah, we're going to set it up the best we can. I'm probably going to fret that guitar, so maybe I can take you along with me while I do that as well. You guys have seen me fret a few guitars by now, but it's always cool to just, you know, be tapping those frets out the side and preserve that beautiful Brazilian rosewood. And then this one right here, this 57 Strat, we're going to go all the way with this. We're going to remove that old shellac off the fingerboard, try to get as much off as the neck as we can. I'm lucky to have some luthier friends who are there to help me My one friend Joel in particular, he's a killer guy, always there for advice. I'm really excited about this project. I'll take you guys along every step of the way. When I open this guitar up and we can determine what is what, you guys will be right there. I'll be doing videos on that. So there's 3 solid videos coming up just documenting old vintage guitars, inspiring vintage guitars to me. I'm super grateful. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for checking this video out. Stay tuned for more videos of vintage guitars, and we'll talk soon.